Hey all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carol at Big Cat Rescue, and this morning we saw Shiloh the bobcat and Mouser to do their intake exams. Usually whenever we rescue a cat, we want to give them a little while to settle in, make sure there's not anything really super obvious going on with them, and get adjusted to eating here and all of that kind of stuff. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. All right, that's got to stop. And so today, Dr. Justin came in and we saw Shiloh bobcat, who weighed in at 35 pounds. Man, he's a big boy. And then he's got to have some knee surgery done. He has knees like Pharaoh, or if you guys remember Mickey, not as bad as Mickey, but still he's young enough that he could go ahead and have that surgery and do very, very well afterwards, we think. And then Mouser, so skinny, and they were worried he might have a thyroid problem, so they're sending off his lab results, and he had a bad canine, which might cause him not to want to eat, and we took care of that, so hopefully that'll help. I apologize for all the racket on my cart. I just realized I got a metal thing in the grate up there making noise. Let me put a stop to that. So both cats woke up fine, and Catherine says they are ready to go home. So I'm going to go help her put them out. Can you guys hear me okay? Hello, Laurel. So much water. It just won't stop raining. Laurel kitties are doing fine. They're going to go back out to their enclosures. Thank you for sharing, everybody. I see there's 378 people, so thank you, everybody, for hopping on here. Forgot to tell Luana and Deb that I was going live. I was struggling with my equipment because I had forgotten how to use this setup. I haven't used it but a couple of times, and it's been a while now, and I'm feeble-minded, so we have that to deal with. I don't know if they're planning on me meeting them at the hospital or at their cage. And now that I'm live, I can't text anybody. Somebody sent me a beautiful pair of leopard print earrings, whoever that was. Thank you very much. There was no note. It came from China, one of those little like soft pack bags, and there wasn't anything on it to tell me who did that, but that was very sweet. By and large, I far prefer that your donations go to the cats. Look over there and see if I see anybody at Mouser or Shiloh's. We'll just take the route backwards and go from there. Okay, Catherine says she's headed to Mouser. Great. Hope you heard me, Catherine. I just know I am going to have wet socks before this is over. I left my boots at home. I don't know what I was thinking. But we need to check this cage over anyway because they did some work on it. So while we're waiting, I'm going to take off my socks so I don't have wet socks. How about we do that? One sock down. Two socks down. Do you know which gate or which door they worked on? And swung it around? It's Brittany! Okay. Well, looking through there, I see that door is snapped and locked. And Afton said they're going to be coming in this other door back here.
Yeah, it's pretty yucky back there.
Man. At least his cage is high.
Yeah, if they're putting them in through this way, then that's okay. Unlock if they're not. We're gonna unlock them.
Ah, there's Deb. Hello, Deb. That's got to be the tiniest lockout on the entire property. Hey, Mouser. Look who's sitting up.
Hi, Mom.
It's always a toss-up between you and Fred. Whose mom's on here the most. My mom doesn't watch as much as their moms do. Of course, I'm never in the videos. Mouser's like, do not set me down in this water.
My foot's not gonna.
I don't know what's going to take me. Trying to get him in there or the cat coming out? Evan? Watch your head. Watch your back. Okay, now you can stand up.
There we go.
I mean, this looks like... Hi, baby. Tiny kitten. You go outside.
How's that work?
I think Brittany said he had one bad canine. Anything else with him?
He has some arthritis, but just the one bad knee. That's all that we said. Thanks, ma'am. Ready?
That's for you.
We're ready.
Thinking. That direction.
Tiny kitten.
You're all right.
Same thing.
Scooty, scooty.
Hi. Oh, boy.
We're running.
Hi, baby.
There's another clip over here if you need it. Baby, you're standing in water, silly boy. So,
It did.
But there ain't no cat in it.
That'll help distribute your weight a little better going through the doors.
You're not mad at me. Hi, baby. What happened? What happened today? Not yet, baby.
All of a sudden, that's your favorite side.
He's like, but that did. That's my did. Hey, somebody. Hey, somebody.
Just hold tight. You'll be going out in a minute. Yeah, the itchy twitchies are getting me.
Hey, somebody. Hi. Oh. You just need to take a nap. You look like you need a nap.
He does look tired, doesn't he? You should have had a really good nap today.
And shaving your neck was not my plan. Oh, you got a worm on you. Come here. You got like a weird worm.
So close.
Come here. Let me get the worm off you. It's very gross.
Is it one of those little green caterpillar guys?
No, it's it's wet outside worm.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very gross.
It's a snack for later.
Ew. Maybe. I do see him chase lizards every once in a while.
See, she just doesn't know what's good. Worms are great protein. Your balls are all tub toys now. Oh, you do have a shave spot under your neck
Yeah.
where they had to get blood.
Yeah. Justin's like, can I shave your? Jimmy's like, yeah. I'm like, no. This is not your cat. This is my cat. Because we didn't have to shave Shiloh. We didn't want to because his tufts are so nice.
Yeah, not quite. This one got dropped on the ground, so it had a little dirt in it. It was making it a little icky. Okay, now you're good.
So now Afton's going to open the door so he has access to both of his enclosures. And he likes this one better because his den is elevated and turned away from the tour path. Although the other one's turned away from the tour path too.
Hi, handsome boy.
Is this what you wanted?
We're done messing with you now.
Oh, his neck.
It's a little shaved spot. It'll grow back.
Tiny man.
It'll grow back.
Hopefully it'll stop raining by time of walkabout.
Oh,
Sweet.
The people are asking, should we bring our rain clogs?
I hope not. This all happened suddenly.
It came out of nowhere.
Yes, it did.
Thanks to that big party, our toilets are barely working out at the party house now because of all the water on the outside of the tank and all the water inside of the tank.
Septic light was flashing this morning.
Yeah, it's still flashing. Despite everything Victor's done to try and get water moved away from there.
Sir.
You're right. Oh, I know. He's spooky right now. Aaron was going to bring him some food out and see if he'll eat tonight.
Turkey breast.
All right, next up, Shiloh.
If we're going to go with his favorite items. Fish and turkey breast.
Alright, so we just have Shiloh.
I'll meet you there.
Let's see, buddy.
Don't know if you guys can see Natalia. She's way up there on top of that den. Way back at the back of Funcation. We don't get to see Natalia that often. Are you staying dry up there? Pharaoh's back in his enclosure. Nabisco! Where's that Nabisco? Not sure if they're going in the front door or the back door. Front door looks to be locked. But so is the back door, so they could be going in either way. This is Filmo's enclosure. Filmo's still pretty shy. We hardly see him except at feeding time. Don't know where our little Nabisco is. Where's Nabisco? Where is that wubby? Hi! What you doing sleeping in there? Are you so sleepy?
He's like, it's been a rainy, nappy day.
Nabisco. Hey, we're talking to you, buddy. You weren't going to trip on it, but Dylan might, because it was dragging back that way.
That's why I'm going slow. Mad. Yes.
Lots of
Yes, Deb is correct, and I'm sorry. I said that there was great news coming out of DC, and everybody seems to think it was like a specific thing, and it's not a specific thing. It's just a lot of really good information. So whenever we go, in addition to lobbying, we're also on a fact-finding mission, and especially so in the Senate, since we just introduced the bill about 3 weeks ago. And what we needed to know was, what is it going to take to make this thing move? And so the great news was that the main thing that matters to these legislators is that they hear from people in their districts. They don't care what Big Cat Rescue thinks. They don't care what somebody from outside of their state thinks. They only care about what people inside their state think. And the good news about that is we know a lot of people and we can reach a lot of people. And so the great news is that what you guys are doing is working when you're making the call. Howie and Jen and I met today about changing some of the stuff on the Big Cat Act site. And so what you'll see currently, you have the option to make the phone call first and then you can tweet. And what we're going to do is add an email feature, even though emails don't have as much impact unless you personalize them, which most people won't do as a phone call. They still are important. And so we're going to ask that people do all three, that they make the call, send the email, and tweet it. And so there's going to be some new stuff that you guys see as far as making that 3 points of impact for every single person. Oh, you're such a big boy, Shiloh.
Ready?
I'm stuck on something. Can he get out?
He made it work. He was determined, I think.
This is Megan leaving property.
He made it work. Alright.
Hi, Megan. Thank you for your help today.
Looking through too much wire at you, mister.
Yeah, this is a much better safety gate.
You glad to be home? Alright, mister. I'm determined to go on this other side. You're good to open.
Don't
Oh, that was scary.
Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to scare the door. It's alright. We're going to back off. You're alright. It's alright.
Well, there's sleepyhead Nabisco. You had me worried, son. All this hoopla over here didn't wake you up initially? Yeah, look what you missed. There's a new bobcat next door. It's the same one, though. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good job, you guys.